Hello, सुन्नुस् न सुन्नी
हजुर हजुर
के भन्छ आज पनि हामीले अटेन्डेन्स सिट चाहिँ शेयर गर्नुपर्ने भयो है मोमेन्टको लागि सोधिराख्नु भएको छ के
हजुर
त्यही भएर आज पनि हामीले त्यो शेयर गर्ने भयो हैन
अँ
सो त्यो तिमीले अस्ति जस्तै एकचोटि त्यो अनाउन्समेन्ट चाहिँ गरिदियो है
ए हुन्छ ल
मैले गुगल सिट बनाएर कुशल दाइलाई पठाइदिइहाल्छु
And I've seen the lots of the loan president from different loan and national offices, like from loan president from Tankuta lady, national official from Kanchanji, Thangadi lady, loan president, and national official Ramaji, loan president from Kathmandu lady, Sudipji from Baglung, Amish, my friend. Kusal, have you seen that our EBP is online? It's 9:56. We're trying to start in sharp 10 o'clock. The EVP just emailed me. He's saying he'll be in minutes. Yeah, our EBP is already in online. Namaste, Kojilawa.
Namaste.
Very good. Okay, so give me minutes. We'll start a session.
Okay.
Yeah, Kojima, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you very much for giving me such a wonderful opportunity.
I'll just let you know the program schedule, Kojima. Our MC will start the program, and in the first, we'll have a welcome note for you from few people from the JCI Nepal, our international executive vice president, immediate past national president and past national president, and JCI VP and EBP, past JCI VP and EBP. Welcome them. The floor will be yours. You can take time by 30 to 40 minutes. Then there'll be after that, there'll be a small questionnaire round for you. Then there'll be the thanks note. Kojima, it's okay for you?
Yeah, totally. Thank you very much. Yes.
So we are waiting for a minute. We're looking our guest, the past national president already there. So we are looking for executive vice president to be in and IPNP. Once they in, we'll start a program.
Okay.
सबैजनालाई अनुरोध गर्न चाहन्छु हामी माझ हाम्रो guest, the assigned executive vice president for JCI Nepal, is already in online, and I've seen Rajendra Bahadur Dai also already in online, and Santosh Dai. I'm looking for the EBP and IPMP. Once they join, we will start.
Okay.
Kushal, have you checked the BJG and Maheshji is online?
No, they are not online now.
Could you see that they are looking for the entry or not?
They are not there either.
Deji, could you ring Maheshji? We are having now 2 minutes left, so let's start the program. Yeah, Biz is already online now. Yeah, Maheshji, our Maheshji is already online here now. Now I've seen he also already online. Our past immediate national president is online. So Kojima, now we are going to start a program.
Yes, thank you very much.
So सम्पूर्ण साथीहरूलाई सबैलाई म नमस्ते गर्न चाहन्छु. We know we can't, हामी सबैलाई सम्झिन अहिले सक्दैनौँ, but सबैजना हाम्रो मनमा हुनुहुन्छ. So I want to pass the floor to our MC, today's MC, to start the program.
Thank you very much, JC Suman Krishna Shrestha. With the permission of our World Executive Vice President assigned for Asia and the Pacific 2020, I would like to make a short announcement in Nepali language, which shall also be translated in English shortly. Namaste, उपस्थित हुनुहुने सम्पूर्ण महानुभावहरुमा JCI पाटनको तर्फबाट म JCI पाटन 2020 को सहसचिव JC सुनिमा राई आजको यस कार्यक्रम सम्बन्धी केही सूचनाहरू लिएर आएकी छु. आजको यस कार्यक्रम एउटा इन्टरेक्टिभ सेसन भएका कारण आजको कार्यक्रममा कुनै पनि भाषा अवरोध हटाउनका लागि अंग्रेजी भाषा प्रयोग गरिनेछ र साथै हजुरहरूको गुगल जुम क्लाउड च्याट बक्समा हामीले एउटा गुगल फर्म लिंक पेस्ट गरेका छौं. कृपया यसलाई कपी गरेर हजुरहरूको गुगल ब्राउजर कि त सफारीमा पेस्ट गरेर एज अ रेजिस्ट्रेसन र तपाईहरुको टोकन अफ मोमेन्टको लागि फर्म फिल अप गरिदिनु हुन म हार्दिक अनुरोध गर्दछु. धन्यवाद. Greetings everyone. On the behalf of JCI Patan, I, the Joint Secretary of JCI Patan 2020, JC Sunima Rai, would like to make a short announcement regarding today's session. Since today's program is an interactive one, to avoid any language barrier during the session, today's program shall be conducted in English language. Along with that, a Google form link has been sent to you all in your Zoom Cloud chat box. Please copy the link in your Google Safari or browser and fill up the form as a registration and your token of memento for today's session. Thank you. Respected JCI Executive Vice President for Asia and the Pacific 2020, JC Ruben Kojima. Our respected JCI Nepal IPNP and the member of JCI Advocacy Committee, JCI Senator Mahesh Paudel. National office holders, national past presidents, chief delegates, past presidents, president and board of director from different chapters of JCI Nepal, senators, past presidents, president and board of director of JCI Patan, Konnichiwa, namaste, and a very good morning to everyone. Welcome to the web session on Involve, Initiate, and Inspire with JCI Executive Vice President for Asia and the Pacific 2020, JC Ruben Kojima, hosted by JCI Patan. During this global pandemic and amidst this chaos and crisis, if the quarantine has given us anything, is the most valuable time, sparse time, to reinvest on ourselves, reflect on things, and to reconsider what we do, how we do it, and why we do it. And might today's session be an eye-opening reflection of the theme. As JCI Patan celebrates its glorious 50th years of establishment, we are truly blessed by a constant support and your participation in our sessions like this today. So to acknowledge and welcome everyone, I would like to call upon the Development Officer of JCI APDC 2019-2020, National Vice President of JCI Nepal 2019, President of JCI Patan 2018, and today's Program Coordinator, JC Suman Krishna Shrestha.
Thank you, MC Sumanima. There is a famous saying in Japan, life is for one generation, a good name is forever. Konnichiwa, namaste. Good afternoon in Japan and good morning in Nepal. Respected National President, JCI Senator Ashok Shankar, IPNP and Advocacy Committee of JCI, JCI Senator Mahesh Paudel, APP for International Area, Senator Vijay Gurung, assigned Executive Vice President for Area C, JC Gokul Sapkota, assigned VP for Area C, JCI Patan, JC Dheeraj Sahi, national officials, International Director, JC Trivan Tiwari, national appointees, past National President of JCI Nepal, all the loan president, board and general member from different area A, B, C, and D, our future junior JCS coordinators, and all the junior JCS president of JCI Nepal different chapters and members. JCI Patan President 2020, the First Lady President of JCI Patan, JC Deji Napit, JCI Patan board members, general members, and past president. Accept my warm greetings from today's program coordinator, your JCI APDC Development Officer for 2019-2020, National Vice President 2019 of JCI Nepal, and President 2018 of JCI Patan. It's me, your JC Shimon Krishna Shrestha. Now, I would like to welcome our today's charm and our most waiting person. Welcome our respected assigned JCI World Executive Vice President for Asia and the Pacific, Raymond Kojima. Welcome, Raymond. Kojima, it's a very immense pleasure to welcome in this online session for JCI's member of Nepal. We are very excited to be part of the JCI World Congress, Yokohama 2020. I'm counting the days, Kojima, and I know every JCI member of Nepal is looking for that opportunity. We are very proud and happy to get you in this platform. As we all know, in world is going through a horrible pandemic coronavirus, but we just believe for a change and betterment. As to walk ahead, we need to involve, initiate, and inspire to connect in the bridge to gap and concept now. So we are in the same stream to know and share each other around the globe. This is the amazing experience I'm having, Kojima. I want to pass the credit to show my way to connect you as a national, connect you in this forum to my national president of 2019, JC Mahesh Paudel, and JCI Patan team and most amazing and helpful person, Isho Kajiwara, CL of APDC and from the JCI Osaka. Without your motivation, it won't be possible. Dear Kojima, I want to let you know that this year, my LOM, JCI Patan is celebrating 50 years of establishment. As being the first LOM of JCI Nepal, we always take new initiative to connect international officials and world leaders to virtually to make JCI Nepal more stronger and more stronger. This is, we had more vision for planning in this lockdown period also. We expect your support always, ABP sir, to make JCI Patan and JCI Nepal more ahead in the world. And I'm sure our national president, JC Ashok Shankar, and entire national official will keep in this mind. I personally, I'm so happy, Reverend, you agree my request in a short span of time to share your views to JCI Nepal member through online. This is a very amazing opportunity and experience we all are having. As all individual, we're having this opportunity. Dear JCS member, I know it's a very effective session, but it's only a 1 hour session and we have limit of 500 members. So I'm so sorry that every members couldn't attend to interact with you. Hope all JCS member of Nepal will understand this problem. Namaste, शाखा अध्यक्षज्यू र सम्पूर्ण सदस्यज्यूहरूमा मलाई थाहा छ यो इन्टरेक्टिभ सेसनमा जम्मा 1 घण्टाको मात्रै हुनेछ र हामी जम्मा 5 जना मात्र अलाउ गर्नेछौँ। त्यो कारण सम्पूर्णलाई हामीले त्यो अवसरबाट वञ्चित पनि गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ। सम्पूर्णले हामीलाई सो अवसर नदिनुभएमा नरिसाइदिनु पनि हार्दिक अनुरोध गर्दछु। र मलाई थाहा छ विगत 2 दिनदेखि तपाईहरुले देखेको माया र सद्भाव म लगायत मेरो शाखाले धेरै नै सम्झेको छ। यसरी नै माया र सद्भाव हामीलाई दिइरहनुहोस् र यस्तो धेरै अपर्च्युनिटीबाट हामी कनेक्ट गर्न चाहन्छौँ र यो अपर्च्युनिटी भनेको सम्पूर्ण JCI नेपालको मेम्बरहरूलाई पनि हो। त्यसै कारण again want to say thank you, and once again I want to welcome our assigned executive vice president for Asia and Pacific, Raven Kojima. Namaste and welcome you, sir. Namaste.
Hi, namaste, all of you, JCI Nepal. Well, basically,
Kojima,
this is, yes.
I just want to interview. After there, we have 2 more speakers, then we'll give a floor for you, Kojima.
Okay, please.
Yeah. Sumnima, please.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Suman Krishna Shrestha. We are truly overwhelmed by the number of your participation and your presence in today's session, like our program coordinator has already stated. Before I call upon another esteemed speaker, I would like to request all the participants to please edit their name according to their name, their designation, and the name of their local chapters. At this time, I would like to invite another esteemed speaker, Executive Vice President for International Area of Opportunity, respected JCI Senator Vijay Gurung, to share his remarks with us now.
Thank you, Master of Ceremony. My most sincere gratitude to JCI Executive Vice President assigned to Asia Pacific, Robin Kuzima, our National President of JCI Nepal, Senator Ashok Shankar, immediate past National President of JCI Nepal and Advocacy Member of JCI, Senator Mahesh Paurel, Nepal Justice Board of Directors, past National President of JCI Nepal, International Coordinator, Nepal Justice Apprentice, JCI Pattern Fellows, and respected participants, loan counselors, and JCI expatriates. Please accept the warm greetings from Executive Vice President of JCI Nepal, Vijay Gurung. Namaste to all. I immensely warm welcome to our JCI Executive Vice President, our leader of Asia Pacific, our leader of Asia Pacific, Robin Kojima, in Nepal Justice Platform through JCI Pattern. We know all that the world is in pandemic, the world is in epidemic situation. We believe, we the active citizens, we the JCI experiencers, we believe that humanity, service to the humanity is the best work of life. Though we are moving ahead, avenue through the taking the actions to minimize the disaster circumstance victims and to minimize the hunger program. In order to gain SDG goal number 2, zero hunger, and SDG goal number 3, good health and well-being. Let's hope for positivity. May this year Corona be disappear from this world. And let's stand to solve the topic of COVID-19, and let's stand to end the hunger. Let's navigate to be together to navigate the crisis in this world. Actually, our Executive Vice President presence for us is too much to us because it has been very energizing, it has been very motivating. It will help, obviously help to encourage us. It will obviously help to encourage us to take the actions in the form of that social active citizens framework in which we are moving towards, in which we are taking the path. So I want to Deeply thankful to our JCI leader of Asia Pacific, Rubin Kujima, for a wonderful time. And I want to facilitate JCI partner for 50th anniversary. And you have done very tremendous work, very tremendous, immense program we have done. I want to congratulate and I want to thankful to you. And especially APDC officer, Suman Krishna says, thank you for a wonderful opportunity. Love you all. Thank you, Jai Jesus. Namaste.
Thank you so much, JCI Senator Vijay Gurung. As our senator said, let our intentions, our efforts, and our energies always be positive, even during these hard times. So moving right along, it is now my pleasure to invite the past national president of JCI Nepal 1993, JCI World Vice President of 1996, and JCI Executive Vice President of 1998, JCI Senator Santosh Rizal, to share his valuable insights on today's sessions.
Thank you very much. First of all, may I welcome JCI Executive Vice President Kojima-san. Welcome to Nepal. It's great to see you here at this difficult time. You know, you have come here today at such a situation that you can really motivate the young generations of JCs to really work during this difficult time in our country also, although it's all around the world. I think JCs can play a very strong role here. And with your leadership and your motivation to our fellow JCs in Nepal, believe me, is going to bring a big change in fighting this coronavirus in Nepal. Thank you so much, first of all, and welcome to Nepal. It's been a long time for me. I was a 98 JCI Executive Vice President. It's been very, very long time. But now I've retired from JCs and I'm in Rotary. I'm now coming after 2 years, I'm going to be the district governor for Nepal and Bhutan. And you won't believe it, I have a lot of friends who are JCs now from Japan in Rotary. And we meet and it's wonderful. This all started from JCs. This fellowship started from JCs and we are still meeting. So JCs is a wonderful platform for all of us. We have learned a lot and we have learned what service is. We have learned what leadership is. And I know you are going to be the example for our Nepalese JCs here. And I know you are going to be a good leader in the coming future. The JCs in Nepal has grown a lot from what it was way back. And they have grown, not only grown, they have developed. They are doing wonderful programs. All they need is good motivational from JCs International. That's what they need. And if that is there, believe me, Nepal JCI Nepal can go very high. It's just the motivations from the international platform we need. And it is nice. And we are serving the community as once a JCs is always a JCs. You know, wherever you go, you're always a JCs. So whenever you are called anywhere, oh, JCs has called us, we go there. I still go. I love my organization where I really started my leadership from. So thank you very much and welcome to you to Nepal. I know, I wish you were here, but I know personally you are in our hearts and we can see you right in front of us. So we feel you are in Nepal with us. Welcome to Nepal. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, JCI Senator Santosh Rizal. Truly, once a JC is always a JCs, no matter where we're from or from when we've started our JCs journey. Once again, I would like to make a short announcement. Our new participants, I would like to request everyone to please check your Zoom Cloud chat box. We've shared a Google form link there. Please copy the link and fill out the form for your registration and token of memento of today's session. Now, without any further ado, we have another esteemed profile here to share us his words of wisdom today. JCI Nepal IPNP and the member of JCI Advocacy Committee, JCI Senator Mahesh Paudel. I would like to request him to please share his insights on today's session as well.
Thank you, Sumnima. Very good morning to our respected Executive Vice President assigned for the Asia and the Pacific, Ryoban Kojima, our respected National President, National Board Officer, JCI Partner President Desi Nepit, Program Coordinator, my dearest brother, past JCI Nepal BP, and current APDC Committee Member Suman Krishna Srestha, our respected past National President and past Vice President of JCI, Senator Santosh Rizal, and all the members present from different chapters around the nation. I would like to heartily thank JCI Patan for organizing this session and making this possible today. I am very happy and grateful to our Executive Vice President for giving us such valuable time to interact with us. As we all know, that JCI is an organization of learning and teaching. So might this session a very fruitful one. Might we all live with greater vision and newer learning at the end of the session. Once again, deeply thanking to the organizers JCI Patan, Program Coordinator Suman, and assigned Executive Vice President Ryoban Kojima, and our respected past National President and past Executive Vice President, Senator Santosh Rizal, honorable guests and dignitaries. I would like to, in my few words here, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, JCI Senator Mahesh Paudel. Truly might this session be a fruitful one to everyone for us. Involve, initiate, inspire. We usually tend to forget the power of words, especially the power of positive words, because we forget that our words shapes our actions. So what you say and how you say it is a total game changer. So today, let us focus on these three words like a mantra to succeed. And to enlighten us in the same, ladies and gentlemen, joined JCI Osaka in 2012, served as the JCI Vice President in 2018, to JCI Osaka President 2019, and today, JCI Executive Vice President for Asia and the Pacific 2020. JC Ryoban Kojima shall now take over your session. We shall enable your chat box for any of your queries in a while, so please drop your questions with your good name, designation, and loom name. JC Ryoban Kojima, the floor is yours.
Hi, namaste. Thank you very much introducing me such a nice way. Well, first of all, dear members, senators, of course, the local presidents of local chapters and national president, then of course, the former JCI officers, and then members. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ryoban Kojima. I'm from Japan. This year, I'm serving as your Executive Vice President 2020, assigned to Asia and the Pacific. Well, let me introduce myself. I joined the JCI 2012. I joined the JCI Osaka. Some of you might know JCI Osaka hold almost like 1,000 members. And then this year, then we have recruited about like 200 members. So, well, basically, in my JCI career is always in JCI Osaka. And then last year, I served as the local president of JCI Osaka. And then 2 years ago, I did JCI Vice President 2018. I was assigned to Europe. Then this year, as I said, assigned to Asia and the Pacific. Well, once more again, thank you very much for giving me such a wonderful opportunity, talking to almost 300 members of the JCI Nepal. Then thank you very much. I would like to, thank all of you, creating enough time to listen to and joining this online session. But to be honest, I do not like just giving you a kind of like just message. Then basically using your time. This is such a wonderful opportunity. Well, even though if I was in Nepal, I think I wouldn't be able to talk and see each of your face, such clearly. Then if I click the button here, then I can see all of your face here. So this is one of the, the exciting, the very, very the good way of communicate each of you. So I just, talk a little bit about, the story. This is my understanding of the JCI to you, but maybe the rest of the half of the session, I would like to, ask for you a question. I would like to, give you a time to any kinds of question. That would be good for me as well, because JCI is the organization, as my senators said, this is a wonderful platform. But for me, to be honest, me, Executive Vice President assigned to Asia and the Pacific, well, that means almost 100,000 members is in Area B. That means, 22 countries, then almost like 100,000 members. But JCI is consists of each national organization, of course. Then each national organization is consist of each local organization. Then I cannot do everything, to this society, to this area. But who is doing for the society is you. Okay, so each areas, each communities, each countries, each chapters has got a different situation. So that is why it's very difficult to me saying to you, what to do, what not to do. But anything you feel this is needed for your society, that is the right things. So you do anything what you think this is good for your society. But me personally think JCI is the organization which is creating the leaders. Okay, to be honest, 1 year to lead. Okay, this year I am serving 2020 Executive Vice President, but 1 year is too short, very, very short, period of time. If you want to do something like a good things or like a big things, maybe we need more time. But end of the day, JCI is providing us developing opportunities. So that's why it's like you gotta involve, you have to talk, you have to work together with your fellows, this is the thing. But JCI's mission, that JCI's mission is to provide development opportunity, to create positive change, basically. So I would like to ask all of you, are you challenging it? Are you doing something for your society? So JCI is something like, I would say, sports gym, okay? Now, in order to develop your muscle, in order to keep your fit, you have to do some kind of exercise. Then, but you still have to pay for the tuition. You have to still pay for that fee for the sports gym. But if you don't go to that sports gym, you never ever get to develop. You never ever get keep fit. So basically, JCI is like a sports gym. Then if just being a membership of that sports gym, then but you are not just going, then basically you are just losing, you are wasting your time, you are wasting your money. But JCI is keep providing us the opportunities. If you want to do something you've never done, the role, then you just try to do that. Then by doing, then you learning it. So basically, JCI is the organization that's providing development opportunities. So then, in order to develop your leadership, well, basically develop your leadership, in order to develop your communication skills, in order to you gotta work together with your friends. Then one more thing is I would like to ask each of you the role, the role. Me, I've got 2 kids. Then that means my role is the father of 2 kids. Then of course, and I've got a wife. So that means I've gotten a role of husband. Then of course, to be honest, I'm a Buddhist monk. So then I basically manage the Japanese Buddhist temple. So that means that I am a manager. Then in terms of JCI, I am an executive vice president. So that's why my role is EVP. Then of course, last year, I was the local the president of JCI Osaka. That means this year I am an IPP of JCI Osaka. So basically, if someone talks about myself, Ruben Kujiba, I've got so many roles. Okay, EVP, then 2 kids further, then the partners, then of course an IPP, things like this. So that's why you cannot just see me as just only an executive vice president. Okay, so I would like ask each of you that's what kind of role you've got in your life. Do you understand what I mean? If you are a daughter, then you can do something for your father, for your mother. Then if you are a father or if you're a mother, then you can do something for your kids. So basically, I would like you to think about your role, not just the role in JCI positioning. Do you understand what I mean? So I would like to think about your role in your life, then your personal the leadership, and then of course I would like to ask you, then are you challenging it or not? So well, JCI is the local chapters gathering. So basically each local chapter has got, if someone needs your help, if someone needs your support, that is something what you can do. So JCI is the only platform that you can develop your personal development, of course, your at the same time your personal leadership. Okay, but I've got only like 40 minutes. But I, here in front of you, I thank you very much for almost 300 members, sitting in front of the PC, listening to my message. But the floor is yours. But if you have any questions, that's maybe if this was some kind of seminar, or if kind of some things, but it's quite difficult. But here, thanks to this, technological development, we can talk as if we are facing in front of you, each other, in front of each one of one. So I'd like to ask any of you if you have any questions, or if you have any, it's nice because if someone is smiling, then I can see that. So this is a good thing. So, I mean, please, I am AVP. but then I'm challenging, during this position, then each of you that I would like you to challenge. I don't know, whatever you do in your local chapters, whatever you do in your national level, but then do something, then develop your personal leadership. This is one of the things, because JCI is the only organization which keep providing us development opportunities. Okay, the master of ceremony, and then of course my very good friend Suman. I would like ask any of almost like 300 members in front of PC, but this is use the maximize to communicate using this wonderful Zoom online session.
Thank you so much, JC Ruben Kojima. Definitely each one of us, every 300 plus participants here are eager to ask as many queries as possible. So without any delay, I would like to hand over this questionnaire session to JCI Patan President 2019, JC Mijas Chitrakar. Over to you, Mijas Chitrakar.
Thank you so much, Sunimarai. Again, hello everyone. Now I've got some questions to you from the loams which we have filtered. These are some, we are very sorry, but we can't get all the questions around, but we are just filtering some questions. So I would like to give this floor for the first question, JC Mijas Pokrail, JCI Birta, President for the year 2020. Technical team, can we have JC Mijas from JCI Birta?
Thank you so much, Mijas. Welcome again, and thank you, EVP Ruben Kojima. My question to you is, young leaders, especially in Asian countries, are often neglected or overlooked for political and official positions. These positions could actually be used to enact quantifiable positive changes to our society. How can the JCI movement help or facilitate such young leaders? Thank you.
Okay. Well, the political issues, and then it's quite difficult to, because for example, I was assigned to Catalonia last year, because not last year, 2 years ago, when I was the vice president assigned to Europe, then I was assigned to Catalonia. Then JCI in Catalonia was quite powerful. Then they were doing lots of the political activities, but it's quite special. I mean, it totally depends on the situation, depends on the country, depends on the condition of the society. Whether I cannot, because in Japan or even in Osaka, even in Japan, it is said that we cannot do any political activities. But what we can do as a young leaders, as a JCI members, is as long as we can collect, we can gather the people or like a community's needs, then we can kind of gathering it. Then we can give a advice to the government or like a city councils. That's what we can do. So, but as a the political, the activities, that's quite difficult to engage. Then we cannot, to connect then our activities to the political activities. But what we can do as a young people, young leaders, that's we can gather, we can listen to communities' needs, as long as we can get, that's people's needs. That's then we can give them maybe an advice to the the political, then we can give influence to the political views. That's my answer. But I hope that I answered to your question. But yes.
Thank you so much, Senator. Now we've got another question from JC Dipender Nirola, JCI President from Dharan for the year 2020. Please stand by. JC Himanshu Predi, Environment Coordinator of JCI Suranga. Technical team, can we have Dipendra sir unmuted?
Hello, namaste to everyone. Hello, young active citizens, JCI. And namaste to our assigned Executive Vice President of JCI International. I have very short queries for you. Most of the JCI from Nepal wants to take part in World Congress in this year in Yokohama. And what of the preparation going on over there during this pandemic, and what about the deadline of the registration? Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for your question. Well, to be honest, I mean, the schedule is not changing. Basically, then we are trying to do that as the original schedule. But I think we have all executive committee members agreed to extend early bird the registration. So that means you can even register to the World Congress in 2020 Yokohama. I think another one more month or 2 more months. But the situation, to be honest, because of this coronavirus situation, then of course most of the countries in Europe, then now then the coronavirus is spreading in Africa. I'm sorry that the President Itai, then he's from Zimbabwe, as you know that. Then I think Zimbabwe is also locked down. So basically, he cannot even go out from his countries. So at this moment, the world current whole world situation is like this. Still, then JCI Yokohama, then JCI Japan is struggling the expanding registration numbers. But we are hoping that by the time of November, of course, then hopefully before that, then this situation is getting so much better. Then we can conduct our the World Congress as in original schedule. But yeah, there's so many the program is going on. The program is preparing it. For example, each local chapters of in Yokohama is trying to have another partnership. For example, the local chapter in, for example, maybe Nepal, then they do some, joint activity, joint program in Japan or something like that. Or, for example, then a keynote speech. Now we are planning that. Now not good news for about the SoftBank, the corporate governance, the company, the SoftBank, the CEO will give us is planned to give us a keynote speech. And then of course now some of you may have heard that the medicine for the coronaviruses, that is called an Avigan. Then that was produced in Japanese company Fujifilm. And then I think the CEO of the Fujifilm has he said that he will be standing in front of us for the giving us the keynote speech, something like this. So many the wonderful the program is planned and the schedule, but to be honest, at this moment, we do not know what is going on. But hopefully, of course, World Congress conducted in Japan is one of the, I mean, it's automatically kind of, the size in terms of the size, it's will be becoming quite big than the size, and then of course, the contents will be fascinating. So that's why I hope that I want you to, be excited. The World Congress in Yokohama will be held in November in the original schedule. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Senator Kozaima. Now we've got another question from JC Prakash Bhattrai, Secretary General of JCI Gauradaha, stand by JC Assis Singh, JCI Kritipur. Yes. Team, yeah, thank you.
JCI pattern. Okay, and welcome to JCI International, our EBP. I have one query for him. That query is, what are the present strategies for the young active citizens to controlling their especially mental problem from that coronavirus? Thank you.
Okay, would you just say that again one more time, because I couldn't hear that the last bit of your question. Thank you very much.
Okay, what are the present strategies to get the rid of this coronavirus? Mostly, some of the youth are suffering from mental problem. Is there any strategies made by JCI International to rid of that mental problem from coronavirus?
Okay, thank you very much for your question. Well, I do not know the situation in, for example, in Nepal, but in Japan, government decided to not to go out, basically stay at home. Then, to be honest, yesterday we had on JCA Japan. Also, we had the board meeting, but that was, of course, that was done by online. But me personally, I think what we can do for under this, very, very stressed the situation because of this, pandemic, the coronavirus situation. What we can do is use our global network, use our basically network. Then we can gather a lot of product, a lot of masks, a lot of so many special clothes for the coronavirus. Then we donated it to the special to the hospitals, or like we gave it to the doctors, something like this. But then me, the Buddhist monk, I cannot do anything to do that as a practical things, to a tackle to this coronaviruses technically. But what we can do as is use our this JCI platform, then collect those quite needed product to particular places which is very, very needed. So that's something what we can do as a JCI. That is what we can do, because we are now 2020, but for example, in this online meeting, we've got so many senators, we've got seniors, so then they might have their connection to the gathering those products. So that's why maybe we can call to the seniors, we can call to members, we can call to senators. Then what we can do as a JCI Nepal, as a JCI Japan. So something like what we can do. Maybe we cannot go out from our house or home, but use this connection. We use this network. Then we can send it to something very needed, particular the product to the places what they needed. So this is what we can do. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator. Now we've got a question from JC Assising, JCI Kritipur Secretary General. Please stand by JC Himanshu Preti, Environmental Coordinator of JCI Suranga.
Thanks a lot, JC Mizas, and thanks a lot, JCI Pardon, for this great opportunity. And good morning, Mr. EVP. My question for our EVP is that what are your personal suggestions for the young enterprises and young business holders to cope with the economic recession due to this coronavirus pandemic? And what are the roles and strategies made by international GSEs for the development of young enterprise all over the world?
Can you hear me? Okay. Thank you very much for your question. But then the first the question the last bit, and I'm sorry that I couldn't, because I think my earphone or something. But would you say that again? First question, please.
My question for you is that what are the suggestions, what are your personal suggestions for the young enterprise regarding to cope with the economic recession produced due to this corona pandemic, and the role and the strategies of JCI for the development of the young enterprise all around the world?
Okay. Well, in Japan, though, I mean, because quite a difficult situation that I cannot go out. Then of course, most of the DOs or development officer, the PDC, and then other board of directors and JCI, we cannot even go out from our home countries, basically. So, but I can introduce you Japan's case. It's because so many entrepreneurs are then new kind of startup countries. Then they've got lots of new the project which can do for example like to produce lots of product, something like this. But then what we can do is our global network, this network, then Can you hear me? Yes.
Yeah.
This is the, yes.
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 Yeah, we can hear
This
you.
is, okay, good. This is something that we can conduct collected lots of information about the entrepreneurs, the new information to the city councils or like a government. This is something what we can do as a JCI, each national organization.
Thank you, Senator. Now we've got another question by JC Himanshu Preeti, Environmental Coordinator of JCI Suranga. Please stand by JC Rashmi Shilpakar, past President of JCI Bhaktapur Lady and past National Vice President.
Hello everyone, for being here. My question is, how can we use this online interaction to inspire the new youth towards justice and its movements? And as a fact, it is most fast and easier way to reach the youth. So can it be used as a prominent way even after the pandemic ends? Thank you.
Okay. I think, yeah, at this moment, at this pandemic situation, then online meeting is quite difficult to basically inspire or like recruit or new members to our organization. But that means this is not good things, because what we can do is a try to look ourselves as a organization. What is our role to our societies? We can, because some of the local organization, some of the national organization, they tend to spend so much time on doing the many things to the communities all the time. But sometimes they do not have a chance to look inside of our organization. So then if we do not know what is our strong point, what is our role as a JCI to our organization, to our communities, that's sometimes quite difficult. That's why I think this is the best timing to us, for us JCI members to look our organization, to look our maybe government the governance or like structures or like personal leadership, the inside personal leadership. This is something what we can do, for example, especially in this quite very hard time 2020. So my suggestion in this year is not try to go out of to try to recruit new members, but try to concentrate on what we can do for each current members within our organization.
Thank you so much, sir. Now we've got another question from JC Rashmi Silpakar. Please stand by, JCI. Wait, yeah, please. First, please go, JC Rashmi Silpakar.
Namaste. Konnichiwa.
Namaste.
I'm so glad to have you hearing here in Nepal. I want to welcome you. And the question I have for you is, 2018, I was one of the graduates from JCI Academy. I hope you remember Nepal, and I have many friends from Osaka as well. And checking your JCI career, there was, in 2012, you joined JCI Japan, and with a gap of 5 years, you are one of the members in 2017. there is 5 years of gap as a JCI officer or some post. How could you manage to get through JCI EBP even with the gap of 5 years? And I must say, 2012 to 2020, it is not that long time you got to be executive vice president. So what are the 3 points you could make through JCI executive vice presidents?
Thank you very much. Well, yes, I think that compared to many of the, well, to be honest, the JCI Japan, then especially from my local chapter, JCI Osaka, in general, JCI is open to young people who is age 18 to 40, I think. But JCI Osaka, especially, then we only welcome just from the 25 to 25 to 30, I think 7. Because we do not let anyone in when they were, for example, like a 40 or like a 39, because that is they don't have much time. So basically, from 25 to 37, I think. This is the case of JCI Osaka. Yeah, I joined JCI Osaka, as I said, 2012. Then, yeah, since then, I did so many positions, not only within local chapters, then of course on a national level, but I do not think try to, as I said, JCI is the leadership development, developing the organization. This is my understanding of the JCI, because it's, to be honest, 1 year is too short to do anything, basically. But at least if you are trying to do or challenging what you were asked to do, for example, like a financial, I don't know, the financial administrator, then you have to learn to, then if you ask to do in different other roles, then you just concentrate on what you do. So then it's, of course, for example, even now this year, for me it's a big challenge. Then last year was also big challenge, but JCI mission, as we always recite the JCI mission to provide development opportunity, that's empower, blah blah blah. But if you are not challenging it in which you were given, then you don't get anything. So the failure, or if you make a mistake, that's totally okay. But most important thing is what you can learn from that. But if you do not make any mistake, you wouldn't know what was wrong or what was good. So JCI is the it's like a school. It's like a training to the place, but for training gym for our life, basically. So I would give all of your members, if you are feeling I'm not challenging it, please try to do any kinds of position the next year. Then unless you don't get anything. So make a mistake, do not afraid making any mistake. It's okay, but you will learn from that. So in my case, I was I never said no. If there was a the new kind of a position, if I was offered, if you want to do that, then I said, of course, full of like anxiety, fear, many things all the time. But I tried that. Then, of course, even now that I'm making many mistakes, but then still, then people tell me that, Ruben, that was, maybe you could do this better. Ruben, something like learning it. So I don't know how did I, step up, until this, position. But all I can say, or I can say to you, is, entire my JCI life, I never said no. So because JCI is providing me such a, wonderful development opportunity. That's why, because that was our organization's mission. Then if I say no, then that means it's like we are denying it. So don't say no, never say no. That is my answer to that. Thank you very much for your question.
Thank you, Senator. Now we've got another question from JC Siddhartha, EVP of JCI Biratnagar. Please stand by, JC Madhuswar. Junior JC Madhuswar, Nepal Junior JCs.
Thank you, sir. Namaste. Warm welcome to our country, Nepal, virtually. So my question is, how do you monitor the performance of the people that you have to lead? Thank you, sir.
Say it again. One more time. Would you say it again?
Okay, sir. How do you monitor the performance of the people that you have to lead?
Performance. How do I monitor the performance?
Yeah.
Do you say?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, performance.
That's a good question, though. It depends. Okay. As a leader, then, for example, by myself, I cannot do by myself just me alone. Then I need to ask other people's support. I need other people's help all the time. So that's why, as a leader, I think you can give an opportunity to members or like fellows. Then let them do that. Let them think that. Then even if you think that is not good enough or like sufficient, but then like you just basically praise it. JCI is not something like a company. Okay, we are not giving them money. We are not giving them a salary. Okay, we basically positioning. This year's position is EVP, but it doesn't mean I am higher or like better than you, something like this. Okay, it's like to monitor it's not giving them category, giving them a pride. It's quite difficult, but it's how can I say this? Try to be themselves. Then, if there is even like 1% of development you can see, then you can say that. So then I'm sorry, it's quite difficult to explain to this. But JCI is not a company. This is not a job. Okay, so then. Do not try to monitor whether they are good or not. But it's like if they are even like 1% of developing, you can tell, you can see that, then you can encourage them that. Otherwise, if people are not feeling that being a member, then doing some project, being active in this organization, then if they cannot feel themselves developing, then they will leave. So. Now the total number of the JCI, as you know that population of JCI is declining even in Asia and the Pacific. As you know that the JCI USA, they used to have a 300,000 members when they were maximum, but nowadays less than 20,000, something like this. Even in Japan, we had almost like 70,000 members, but now it's almost like 40,000, something like this. Within like a 10 years time, we are dropping almost like 25%, huge. Japan is, people know that it's the biggest numbers, but still it's declining. we have to be careful our organizations, because if this the trend goes on in maybe 10 years time, 20 years time, we will die out. Seriously, we gotta be careful. So that's why I'm saying this. JCI, not the organization, just doing voluntarily work to the society. Me, I don't think so. This is the organization which can produce. Then even after we leave, when we graduate this organization, after there are so many things what we can do for our society. We can develop our company, we can develop our anything, then we can give it back to our society. Okay, do not think what we can do within just JCI, but concentrate on how we can to create the new leaders who could perform so well after when they finish JCI. So this is my understanding. Okay, so do not try to monitor whether they are good or bad within this society. Forget about it, because as President Kennedy said, he graduated in Harvard University. The famous phrase, Harvard gave me education, but JCI gave me education for life. So JCI is the organization which can produce new potential leaders. So I hope that's I hope that's answer to your question. But this is my understanding of JCI. Otherwise, JCI will be will die out in 20 years time.
Thank you, Senator. Now we've got question from Junior JC Madhuswar from Junior JC's Nepalganj, and please stand by JC Rabina Shrestha from JCI Dhankuta Lady. Technical team, yes. Madhuswar.
I have a question. I have a question. For you, in with Asian youth vibes in the community.
Madhu, yeah, we can't get you. Can you repeat the question again? Sorry, but we've got some technical issues with Madhu. I guess I have to dig. Excuse me. Okay, I'll be narrating her question for you, sir. Her question is that although we are in pandemic condition of COVID-19, sorry, some youths and organizations are helping people in many ways, but in our Asian countries, there is a competition of criticizing people. So what can be the role of youths of Asian countries to spread positivity in things?
Okay. I mean, You know, the JCI, we believe that's our brother for transcendent sovereignty of nations. But at this moment, you know, because of this pandemic situation and the COVID-19, then kind of nationalism is kind of booming it because there are people trying to lock down. So then that means no other people, the foreigners, you know, coming into our countries, something like this. So then this is quite a situation which is going completely the opposite way, you know, different the way to what we are believing it. So I mean, still, the COVID-19 is not choosing, you know, any particular countries. Well, that is spreading all over the world. So that's why, you know, this is a time not trying to think about, you know, our, you know, national wide. Then we have to be, you know, more open-minded than JCI. What I think, you know, JCI can do is stop, you know, think in a very strict, you know, the nationalism or like just, you know, or on our country's way, but try to spread the, try to encourage the other people who might be, you know, thinking only their countries. So, but end of the day, I mean, this is the human being, the animals, the biggest difference between animal and then the human being is usage of the fire. People say, some, you know, scholars say that. Then we human being is the creature who likes, you know, gathering, who likes to communicating, who likes to you know, think others. So please encourage people not try to think about, not try to think only their own country's benefit, but you know, try to encourage, try to think other as a whole, national, whole, you know, global issues. This is what we should do under this quite a difficult situation.
Thank you, sir. We've got another question from JC Robina Shrestha, Thankuta Lady President. And please stand by JC Senator, I guess, Ashish Sharma, SDG Director of JCI Nepal.
Thank you, Mijasti. First of all, I would like to welcome you, sir. And my question is, how can we connect with local LOM in Japan? As our LOM is new, so we can have good sistership relationship, sir.
Okay. That's easy though. I mean, at the local chapter in JCI Japan, they are, I mean, waiting. But because if some of the local chapters, if they want to have a connection between any of the JCI Japan, the local chapters, then you can email them. You can use me. Then, you know, this is one of the beautiful things about in our organization. So why not, you know, just make a phone call. This is an JCI, blah, blah, blah. Then we want to do some, I don't know, but it's, for me, to be honest, it's quite difficult to do that just online, okay? Whether you go, or maybe if you want to do that, you know, some connection between them, then you go or use, you know, Japan International, you know, Corporate Agency, that is called JICA, then you can call to them. Then it's try to, you know, there are so many ways to have a connection between not only the local chapters in Japan, other local chapters in any countries. So this is an JCI badge. Then there are so many ways to do that. Use me, you have me. So then if you have any particular local chapters, which your local chapter or do that, I can be the bridge.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Yes, please use me.
Thank you so much, Senator. Now we've got Ashish Sharma, SDG Director of JCI Nepal, and please stand by JC Kanchan Jha, Nepal JCI's Vice President.
Thank you, Mijas. Thank you to our respected EVP, and welcome to Nepal. We had nice meeting in Kanajao Conference 2020, where you had promised to be in Nepal. Thank you for this one. Maybe this was clicking in your mind to be in Nepal, right? As assigned EVP for Nepal, I will let you know that this year, JCI Nepal is participating in SDG Pioneer in ASPEC, organized by JCI Hong Kong. Now, my question as a guardian of JCI Nepal for you is how much you are, our national officers of JCI Nepal is in touch with you in formal channels, and how much you are aware of reporting of project in JCI Nepal from our national board, and what is your suggestion to our current activities project done in JCI Nepal? Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Unfortunately, I do not know that clearly much about the so many activity that you have conducted to you to the society, but I know that you're planning to do that some combined the session in ASPAC. Of course, as you know, that ASPAC has postponed it to the end of August. We are hoping that the ASPAC will be still going on, because some of the other area conference, the COC has decided to cancel it. So we hope that our conference in ASPAC in Cambodia will be going on, even though we postponed it. But yes, I appreciate that SDGs, activities which you've been conducted, and you've been working very, very hard. I appreciate your tremendous hard work for the SDGs promotion for your society. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Senator. Now we've got a question from JC Kanchan Jha, Nepal JC's Vice President. Please stand by JC Jajolyaman Joshi, EVP of Patan JCs.
Thank you. Warm greetings, our Executive Vice President, assigned Executive Vice President. And my question is, as a assigned EVP, what are your strategies to connect the local chapters with JCI World? Thank you.
That's a good question. What I can do is the local chapters, not only in Japan, I think in other countries as well, they do think, because JCI is such a the global and then worldwide organization, but many members who is in a local chapters, they do not know about the international level of our this organization. So I think the ASPAC is one of the the best way to feel our organization is in such an international organization. Then there are so many the trainings. There are so many, for example, hours, or those the timing is the best opportunity. This the way of feel them to the best way to connect the local organization to the JCI international level. So that's why I want you, all of you, and then of course national president and then local president ask to your each individual members to come to such international conference or international the Congress, such as Yokohama or such as ASPAC. That is the best way to provide, best way to know our organization is international. So I want you to do that to your members, of course. Then I hope encourage them to come to and then feel such atmosphere, a global international atmosphere within that conference. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Senator. Now we've got another question from our Pardon JC's EVP, JC Zajulia Manjoshi. Please stand by JCI Senator Rajendra Bahadur Shrestha and JCI Senator Santosh Rizal for any questions you have got. Hello. 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 Hello, Kozim. Hello.
Hi. Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Konnichiwa, namaste, JCI
Konnichiwa.
EVP Ribun Kozima. I just want to my question to you, as being JCI World Executive Vice President assigned for Asia and Pacific, how do you intend to keep your assigned NOM, LOM chapters keen and motivated? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Well, we've got 20 countries. Then each country has got different social issues. Each national organization has got different situations. So of course, nothing is the same. But 2020, my boss, President Itai, the theme is to bridge the gap. So basically, I would like to, what I want to do in this year is, in order to bridging the gap between maybe the local and then national organization and to international, JCI international. That's I can be the bridge. Then of course, then what we can do is to introduce what's a tremendous, excellent, the wonderful activities that they've been working really hard for their society, for their countries, for their national. Then we can spread, that's such a then a success, story to different organization. So then by doing this, then people knows that our organization in JCI is giving such a wonderful the contribution to our society or to our communities. So by doing this, people knows that JCI is an international organization. JCI is, such a almost 100, over 100 years of history, is creating a sustainable impact to our, not only the global, but also at our communities. This is what I can do, and then what I should do. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Senator Kusema. Now we've got some questions from JCI Senator Rajendra Bahadur Shrestha, past National President, past JCI VP. Rajendra sir. Technical team, can we have Rajendra sir on the line?
Yeah, once again. Thank you very much, Mijas. Arigato gozaimasu, Kozima. And all protocol maintained, because the lack of time, it started at 10 and it's almost 11:30. Arigato gozaimasu. That's the traditional way of, I think, welcoming in Japanese. Well, my friend Suman, APDC, and our Mahesh Paudel, and my very good brother or friend with the past JCI, AVP Santosh, has thrown a lot of light about the JC's activities in Nepal. Well, for record, Kozima, I'd like to put on record that the long journey between Nepal JCs and Japan, the last 50 years down the memory lane. You see, I still remember Hiroshi Maeda, the world president of Japan, visited Nepal in the year 1970. I had not joined JCs. And Kozima, by the way, you have a participant who joined JCs 47 years back. You're not born. Well, what a pleasure after talking to Itai, the world president, on April 17th, and 2 days after talk to the future world president, the EVP. Anyway, and it was so a pleasure talking to Itai personally. He gave me a call after we had the interactions. You know, we talked for half an hour. And we raised a lot of issues like the dropping membership in JC during our days in the 80s. Used to be quite a big lot. And there were a big chunk of members in Japan, in USA, even in India. I think it's a matter of concern. Then we also talked about the face-to-face visit, you know, because of this corona pandemic. Anyway, down the memory lane, you see, one of the JCI member raised about the internationalism and the loan. I'd like to put in record that Kathmandu JC and Yunago JCs of Tottori Prefecture had a sister city relationship in the year 1975, when I had the pleasure of leading the delegation of Nepal in the aspect, which was held in Sapporo back in 1975, almost 45 years back. So you have, the sky's the limit to have this internationalism, you know, the relationship, the sister city relationship between your chapter and chapters all over the world. And Kozima has rightly said that you can always have him as a link to have the relationship. I think that was a question put by Lady JC President Ravina. Anyway, for record's sake, you know, you're from Osaka, and I had a very good friend in Osaka, my colleague in 77 as JCI VP, Suntory, the late Suntory. You see, the famous whiskey of Japan is Suntory, and he was the owner of... No? That was in Osaka. We were together in 77. I remember the world president, Gary Nagao. Well, a lot of friends, you know, like Ken Hiroi of Yunago, then Kenji Maeda, a lot of friends. So we have had this strong bonding between Nepal JC and Japan JCs, you know. Somebody talked about the aspect. I think it's high time that Nepal should have the aspect. I'm looking forward, and during my lifetime, I want to see that aspect is there in Nepal. We have a lot of aspect. I've attended 4 or 5. I've attended 2 or 3 World Congresses. Anyway, it's nice to have you, and I'm really proud of my members, of the LOMs, the quality of questions put forward by you all guys.
Yeah.
I have to talk to you. And the way you answered, Kojima, my hats off. Japanese are very, very straightforward people, very modest and very honest, I know that. And I wish you best of luck. I wish you could have a live presence in Nepal, as few of our friends were expecting. But anyway, what an opportunity to have this webinar face-to-face. Best of luck, and give my regards to your World President Itai, with whom, as I said, had a half-an-hour private chat, you see, after that big interactions. Thank you very much, especially Daisy Napit, the first lady president of Parton, and Parton is celebrating 50 years of its existence. Thank you, Suman. Thank you, the national officer, the past and present, and nice to have my brother, the past JCI EVP, the only EVP of Nepal, Santosh. Anyway, once again, arigato gozaimashita.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
My friend, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Senator Rajendra Bhatter Shrestha. Now, I'd like to give this floor to JCI Senator Santosh Rijal, Vice President, JCI Vice President, JCI past Executive Vice President.
Thank you very much. What I wanted to ask Kojima-san, what is the reason, that we are having such a downfall in JCI, and what is JCC International doing, really wanting to work on this? How are they planning to work to get these people, back, and the membership growth? What is the program that JCI is planning? Because your present World President theme goes very well with my 1998 Patri Niskanen, past World President, my boss. His theme, Rotary, JC's building bridges. It goes so much to it. And suddenly when you said that, it struck me. Oh, it's come back. So now this is, I think, you have to build a bridge to bring JC's back to where it was. And I think this is a very good opportunity. And you should be the leader to really go on to this membership growth. And I wish you all the best for it. I wish my dream to JC's to really grow will come through your leadership as JCI EVP. Get it going, sir. You'll be the best. Thank you very much. All the best to you.
Technical team, can we have Senator Gozaima's sound unmuted, please? Technical team. Yeah.
Good. Thank you, senators. Of course, the past JCI officers, thank you very much for your comment. Thank you very much for your, the warm message to me. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Well, I think we have to be really careful because, number is still a number, but the number is quite, it showed our real. So then, it's the fact that we are losing so much the members, so many members within maybe like this 10 years time or 20 years time, huge, drop, huge decline. Because I think this is, okay, I am a Ruben Kojima, then of course I'm an EVP, but let's say it's quite difficult as a executive, as a ExCom board members, then quite difficult because I should say, some nice words to you, but I think one of the reasons of the declining in our membership is the, for example, if we look at the other NGO or NPO, they are doing the one particular issues for many, many years. So that's why if we compare to their activities, and then, this year's some kind of brand new programs, if we compare to, NGO activities and then JCI activities, then I think, this activity is much more kind of condensed, than more efficient. They can deliver efficient things. So that's why we shouldn't compete with the other NPO or NGO. Don't get me wrong, but we can let them do this, some particular issues if they want to tackle on this. But then we've got only 1 year to lead. That's why I'm saying so many, again and again and again, because JCI is the organization which can develop our leadership. So that's why not try to do some big, huge, so impactful activities to our communities. We don't have to do this. Please don't get me wrong, okay? Because doing, then we can learn by doing it. So that's why if we think, if we can, for example, who is going to recruit new member is a grassroots individual members. If that grassroots individual members is not satisfied being a member of JCI, who's gonna recruit new members? If you try to find the list of your friends, then if you are so happy being a JCI member, you can recruit this guy or this member, this friend, to recruit to our, invite to our the organization. But so that's why what we have to concentrate on is not trying to do, not trying to satisfy other people. First of all, first thing is, are we satisfying our members? If they were not satisfied, no one's gonna recruit anyone. So that is why I'm saying, this year, this, quite a difficult situation, COVID-19, we have to stay at home. We cannot go out, but this is the best timing to look self situation. So then if there are people who is not happy being a member of the JCI, then we can try to think what we can do for them. Well, we can, what is, we can identify what is the problem, why they are not happy with that. Then there are so many things why we can do that, rather than just trying to do, nice, beautiful, the activities to outside. So my word is inside out. First of all, inside has to be solid. Then we can go out. If the inside it's so soft, not in the solid, then that's object can broken easily. So maybe this is the best timing to look ourselves inside the organization, national organization, and then of course a local organization. If there is even one person, even one person who is not happy with that, we can identify what is the problem. So then, if we get, then our organization is so solid, then we can easily expand, maybe double or triple, because each one of individual members is so happy being a JCI members. So use this time, try to, strengthen our organization. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Senator. Thank you for your answers, wonderful answers. And thank you also for the participants for the questions as well. And I would also like to thank my president, JC Daisy Napit, and all the board members of Patan JCS for letting me host this questionnaire session with our senator. Now over to you, JC Sumni Marai, for further program.
Thank you so much, JCI President, JCI Patent President 2019, JC Mijash Chitrakar. Thank you, JC Ruben Kojima. Your words were truly remarkable and inspiring. You were flooded with questions and queries from so many participants, but the way you handled it, the way you dealt with them is truly praiseworthy. However, considering our time limit, we've tried our best to deliver as many of your queries as possible to JC Ruben Kojima. But in any case, your questions couldn't make it. We're truly sorry. And please don't be disheartened because sessions like this are more to come in the days to come. Saying so, it is now about time to thank all the dignitaries and participants. To deliver this thank you note, I would like to call upon the coordinator of Junior JCs, Junior JC Arogya Shrestha. Over to you, Junior JCs Arogya Shrestha.
Hello. Thank you, program. Thank you, Master of Ceremony. Thank you, program coordinator, my dear brother JC Suman Krishna Shrestha. My most sincere gratitude to the JCI Executive Vice President Senator Rovin Kojima-san, our National President Senator Ashok Shankar, IPNT, all executive board members, Host Chapter President, JC Daisy Napit, JCI Senators, JCI members, and my dear Junior JC members. Accept warm greeting from Junior JC Arogya Shrestha, National Junior JC Coordinator 2020. Namaskar. It's extremely honor to hear our assigned EVP. By hearing you, now we are able to work together, develop critical thinking skills, develop leadership skills, and improve our communication skills to push the limits on decision making and strategic thinking. Thank you. Thank you once again for your valuable vision, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Junior JC Arogya Shrestha. Truly, thank you all for finding time and visiting us in this web session. We really appreciate it. So now, before almost coming to the end of my MC duties, I would like to hand over this floor to our respected program coordinator, JC Suman Krishna Shrestha.
Thank you, Shumnima. You're doing wonderful job, Kojima. They are the youth of our JCI Nepal, and I have just add the Arogya. These kids are the future of JCI Nepal. So junior JCs are very active in JCI Nepal, and we are very proud because we are always to make the JCI more stronger and more stronger. I will take a permission to speak a little bit in Nepali. सम्पूर्ण शाखाध्यक्षज्यूहरू जुनियर जस्टिस भाइ बहिनीहरू र पास्ट नेसनल अफिसर्स र डिफ्रेन्ट च्याप्टरबाट आउनुभएको मेम्बर्सहरूमा चाहिँ धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद दिन चाहन्छु। यहाँहरूको एक्टिभ पार्टिसिपेसन रह्यो। देयर वाज अ भेरी गुड एन्ड ओभरह्याम टु आवर जेसीआई पाटन। हामी यस्तै कार्यक्रम फेरि पनि लिएर आउनेछौँ। Thank you so much, JCI assigned to SA and Pacific, JCI EVP, our JCI EVP. I have a small token of appreciation for you. This I will deliver you in the aspect in August or in World Congress in 2020 physically. Though it's virtually now, JCI Patton want to deliver this token of appreciation for you whenever we meet. I know everyone, the JCI member listening in this virtual session, they are very motivated and encouraged with your words, Kojima. And I'm very sorry that I buzz you frequently to make you connect in Nepal. And I thought I'm so glad that you are here and you like the session. Also, I hope so. We will be attached and will be coordinated in future. And also want to let you know that in past JCI Patton, the one of the Nepal first loom, we also have a sistership organization with one of the chapter of JCI Japan. And this year we are looking ahead to again mobilize these things and relationship ahead again stronger and stronger. And I know our first lady president, Daisy Napit, will take this leadership. And she's very active to be in touch with you and with different via of the emails and everything. So we're touching with you. Thank you so much giving the space and giving this platform and sharing the same screen. Kojima, thank you to be in Nepal and all the JCI member of Nepal. Thank you.
Thank you so much, JC Suman Krishna Shrestha, and we really hope, JC Ruben Kojima, you liked your token of appreciation. Every ending is really just a new beginning. And almost coming to the end of today's session, I hope it motivated you all to newer and greater doings. So to grace us all with a closing remark and a vote of thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to invite the first female president of JCI Patton in its 50th year anniversary. President of JCI Patton 2020, JC Daisy Napit.
Thank you, JC Sumnima Rai. The best way to not feel hopeless is to get up and do something. Don't wait for good things to happen to you. If you go out and make some good things happen, you'll find the world with hope. You'll fill yourself with hope. Good morning, respected World Executive Vice President assigned to Asia Pacific, Senator Ruben Kuzima, immediate past national president, Senator Moise Powder, past national presidents, JCI VP 1996, JCI EVP 1998, Senator Santosh Rizal, EVP for International, Senator Vijay Gurung, and all the past national presidents, National Board of Directors, all the councillors for 2020, JC's members, junior JC's presidents and members, past presidents from JCI Patan, Board of Directors 2020, and all the respective guests present here. I, the 58th president, the first female president of JCI Patan, GC Daisy Napit, wishes you all a very warm good morning to Nepal and good afternoon to Japan. Namaste. This year, 2020, has really been a challenge to entire JCI Patan, entering the glorious 50 years of empowering youths and adding up to it the pandemic all over the world. Like with the theme, Change Begins With Us, and also celebrating the 58 years of establishment, we really wanted to bring some positive changes in the society. And today, during this breakdown, having the World Executive Vice President assigned to Asia Pacific with all of us sharing the screen, and speaking on the topic, involve, initiate, inspire. We believe we have stepped into the changes that we are seeking for. Yes, unless you don't get involved in any activities, organizations, or anywhere, you cannot take a step to initiate. And once you start to initiate, you always get inspired, and since then there is no looking back. Thank you, World Executive Vice President, Senator Ruben Kuzima, for sharing your time with every one of us. I believe everyone has set you as a role model, and everyone will walk in the pathways that you have shown us. Thank you, immediate National President, past National Presidents, and all the delegates for attending the session. And I should not miss out my past presidents of JCI Patan, entire board of directors, and general members of JCI Patan who have been working for days and nights to make this a grand success. The biggest gratitude to JC Kusal Bhakta Joshi, JC Jajoliman Joshi, JC Prases Rizal, and JC Yes Shrestha, and also JC Yajula Dongol for being the backbone and looking after all the technicals today. Also, thank you, JC Dilip Chowdhury, for all the graphics and designings that you have done. Thank you to all our past presidents, national past vice presidents, and DO of APDC, and my dearest brother, JC Suman Krishna Shrestha, for creating this platform for every one of us. And also, I'm grateful to my IPP, JC Mijas Chitrakar, and Joint Secretary, JC Sumnima Rai, for smoothly handling the event. If you try anything, if you try to lose weight, or to improve yourself, or to love, or to make the world a better place, you have already achieved something wonderful before even you begin. Forget failures. There's always success after failures. If things don't work out the way you want, hold up, head up again high, and be proud. And try again and again and again. The success is yours. Thank you, everyone, and we hope to stay connected. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you. Namaste.
We're almost at the end of the session, but before that, I would like to hand over this floor to Suman Krishna Shrestha for a while.
Thank you. Now it's time to take the group photo. So I request everyone to please open your screen, camera screen. अब हामी group photo लिँदैछौँ. त्यही भएर सम्पूर्णलाई क्यामेरा अन गरिदिनु हुन म हार्दिक अनुरोध गर्दछु. Now it's time to take a photo. So I want to request everyone to please open the screen. Arati Tandukar, yes, Raj, you haven't opened the screen. So I'm starting to take a group photo. Please open the screen. Okay. Dipesh Joshi, you haven't opened the screen. Dipesh Joshi. Praveen Dhimal, you can open the screen. JC Rachana Chetri, Sharmila Rana, yeah, Geeta Gaire Banjade, Yuvraj Bastola, Dilip Jha, JC Bhojraj, Milan, Karuna, JC Bishika Shrestha, yeah, thank you. Thank you for everyone for getting snap. Now I've passed my floor to JC Sumnima.
Thank you so much, everyone. And now the session has come to its end. Thanking everyone for gracing this session with your presence. We truly appreciate it, and I'm looking forward to see your participation and your presence in sessions like this in the days to come. I, the Joint Secretary of JCI Pattern 2020, JC Sumnima Rai, here and my MC duties. Arigato gozaimasu. Thank you. Namaste.
Top businessmen of India are going to participate in that webinar. And JCI India already addressed 2 times, and today.
Please put the link.
Namaste.
Hello. Where are you?
Hello, Ujin. Hello, Ujin.
Dada.
Sumandai, namaskar.
Sumandai.
Namaste, namaste.
Manjay, namaste.
Namaste, हजुर. नमस्ते, नमस्ते.
Sumandai.
धन्यवाद तपाईहरु आइदिनु भयो, पार्टिसिपेट गरिदिनु भयो.
Hello. Sumandai.
उजिन भाइ बोलेको छ.
Sumandai. त्यो हिजोको अस्ति त ओभर प्रेसिडेन्सको सर्टिफिकेट पनि हालिदिनु ल मेरो.
ल भाइ पछि कुरा गर्छु ल.
ल ल ल ल. हस् हस्. Bye bye. Thanks for being here.
Imranji, namaste.
For all of your participation.
Thank
you. All of the programs are really
Thank you. Thank you, Daddy.
Okay, bye bye everyone.
Bye bye.
Okay, bye bye everyone. Bye bye.
Thank you, Daddy.
Hello, bye bye.
That was a wonderful session.
Bye bye.
Thank you so much. We hope to stay connected. Have a good day.
Thank you so much, precious.
Thank you.
JCI Patan. So much, JCI Patan, especially Suman sir.
Namaste. Devu bhai, namaste.
Namaste, मेरो दाइ. Namaste.
Thank you, JCI Patan.
नमस्ते.
सबैलाई नमस्ते.
सबैजना हामी फेरि यस्तो प्रोग्राम लिएर आउँछौँ. अहिले हाम्रो प्रेसिडेन्टज्यूले भनिहाल्नु भयो, हामी प्रोग्राम लिएर आउँछौँ. Stay connected. This year we want to make a very good and going to give a very good initiative. हामी यो वर्ष राम्रो इनिसिएटिभ लिएर जाँदैछौँ. सबैको साथ सहयोग पाऊँ. Thank you. अब कुशलजी प्लिज लकडाउन गरिदिनुस् बिकज त्यहाँ अर्को पनि ट्रेनिङ सुरु हुँदैछ हाम्रो नेपाल जस्टिसको.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye. Kusal ji? Yes.